Okay, good. Thank you. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Selamat siang, selamat petang, everyone. So, before we jump in and we start for the presentation, so let me introduce myself. My name Thomas. So, I am from the solution consultant for the Autodesk MNE. So today we will talking about more about the integrating cloud simulation with the mechanical rigs in Maya. Now, actually, this part of the simulations, there is a simple project. So I will show you the simple project and all the demo. Follow with the recording first because I don't want to do some live demo because sometimes it's concerning with the bandwidth. Yeah, okay. So we have some agenda. So we jump into the agenda. What we have, or we say the key takeaway. So today, before we go to the main topic regarding the integrating for the cloud, so we will see what's new in Maya 2026 update 1 because I think it's around May and or either April. So Maya launching the update 1. Yeah, I think most everybody in group. Yeah, so there is some changes. Yeah, inside in Maya 2026, especially Maya add some features that we see everybody announcements. That's the AI thing coming. Yeah, in Maya 2026 update 1. So and then we talking to the another topic. Yeah, regarding the constraint and enclosed. And of course, there is some the setup project. Yeah, that I said previously. Yeah, we have one simple project to show about the how to integrating between the enclosed and the uh, cloud simulation and also for the constraint. Yeah. So we jump in into the one, the topic one. We're talking about the what's new in Autodesk Maya 2026 update one. Yeah, that I said before. There is a couple things changed right now inside in Maya 3ds Max and also for the Autodesk MNE Media Entertainment Collections. So the first topic we're talking about the motion maker. Yeah, everybody when you see in the forum the Autodesk website, yeah, pointing the one this the motion maker. What is motion maker? Motion maker is the AI that will be add in the new update one because previously 2026 they had the 2025 versions they on the ML deformer, yeah, the ML deformer or machine learning. They add for the animation to complete all the tools, yeah, inside in Maya. Yeah, so we will see what's the motion maker itself. Okay, let me open. Okay, yeah. So we'll see the movie first. This is the scene of the
What if this
animations.
motion wasn't
Yeah.
animated frame by frame over hours? What if it just moved like this in minutes? Meet Motion Maker, a generative animation tool that handles most of the heavy lifting, so you can focus on refining motion. It's powered by Autodesk AI and built right into Maya. Here's how it works. Start Motion Maker, create a character, set some keyframes in space or draw a motion path. Hit generate, and there you have it. Believable animation for you to work off.
So when you see on right now in my screen right now, they generate, yeah, let's say you put the character here and then you put the pet animations and then you attach for the pet animations. So basically previously you need to motion data, right? Motion data, let's say the walking cycle, the running and so on. Yeah, but right now I think this is the good side, yeah, from the motion maker. Once you get the character and then you get path and then you can generate, yeah. I think this is the panel, yeah. So I think around here there is a button, so you can press the button, and then automatically they generate further, and then Autodesk can predict the frame by frame. Yeah, let's say you want to let's say the character running, so they can predict like the character in between, after and before. Yeah, that's why this is the good one. Yeah, the AI thing coming. So I continue first.
Let's be real. Animating locomotion sequences are labor intensive,
all the keyframes when you see my screen right now, all the keyframes, this is generated by AI. Yeah, so they can predict. Yeah, even right now there is two, yeah, running, and then also one is jumping. Yeah, I think two database. I think the next update. I think the next year Autodesk will be add another motions AI, predict AI. I think is quite good. But at the moment, I can say this features is help you, yeah, to help you to predict. Let's say you want to create some motions like running. Yeah, I think it's quite good. Yeah, okay, let me continue
and
first.
time consuming. So Motion Maker transforms this process by combining machine learning, motion capture, and keyframing into a streamlined, powerful workflow. So you can focus on
Okay, okay. So when you see at the bottom, there is a layers. So you can create layers animations in Motion Maker. So when you see the pointer, the green one, this is the pointer where you can put, let's say, yeah, this character dog. Yeah, this is from the Autodesk. Yeah, so they provide this character, another character. That's why it's more easy. Let's say you want to put more than two character, so you can generate. Yeah, actually, by default there is two. Yeah, okay, there is two
what
character.
matters, crafting a really good performance. We captured motion on stage, so Motion Maker knows how and when a dog wags its tail, for example, or a human shifts its weight before a sprint. Now, that intelligence lives in Maya. Motion Maker comes with its own editor, because you're not just generating motion, you're directing it. Set paths, add actions like jump or sit, tweak, mute, color code, all in one clean, organized space. And when you need to retarget your motion, take motion from a standard biped or quadruped and drop it on your character. It easily works with HIK for
Yeah, let's say you own your character. This is more easy. So you only retargeting with the default from Maya character. Yeah. So you targeting everything, and then you can, let's say the simple one lah. You can try. Let's say you own character, and then you can change. You want to follow your default character from the Maya. So let's say you go to the human IK, and then you can choose the, I think it's over there. Yeah, inside and over there, and then you can change to, you can direct to the motions from the motion maker. Yeah, I think this is the simple one you can try. Okay,
targeting and
let
can
me
work with
continue.
custom retargeting solutions too. Want to add a head turn or a subtle tweak? Animation layers give you full artistic control. Simply refine and layer your performance onto the base motion until it's perfect. And path modes give you even more flexibility. Lock motion to your timing and path, or let your character move freely and naturally. It's your call. Now, what if your character can't move fast enough? Speed ramping fixes that. It stretches motion to get them from A to B faster. And if your character's huge and needs to feel that weight, Motion Maker handles that too. It's called Motion Scale. The system is fast, intuitive, and designed to boost creativity. Made for animators, or anyone who needs a faster way to bring characters to life, all while keeping you in control.
Okay, yeah, that's the motion maker. Available in Maya 2026 update. Yeah, if you own the Maya 2025, yeah, I suggest you upgrade to. I think you need to update to the 2026. Then you can find the update one. Yeah, I think you can try the motion maker. It is quite good. Yeah, let's say your animator. This is help you sometimes to create. Let's say, hey, I want to create some pre-visualizations. I think more easy. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, I believe in the features they add some. Let's say another data. Yeah, another data. Let's say right now there is two. Yeah, jump and running. Yeah, I think in the features they add more than two motion lah. Yeah, something like that. Okay. Let me continue. Yeah, so what's another news from the Maya 2026 and Maya 2026 update 1? The second, there is the ML deformer or Stanford. ML is machine learning. Yeah, I think in starting in 2025, there is a new deformer or machine learning coming. Yeah, this is when you see my screen right now. Yeah, this is the new one in update 1 because in 2025 there is some issue, yeah, a bit issue when you do some machine learning, some vertices, and some area. I think here is a bit messy. Yeah, sometimes a bit messy. Yeah, Yeah, that's why in 2026 update 1, so they fix. So for who don't know about the motions, about the machine learning or machine or ML deformer, I think this video below, this is give you some insight about the machine learning. Yeah, let's say when you see my screen right now, this is the character, yeah, with the bone, yeah. So try to add some animations, and in my right side there is the same, yeah, the same mesh, but this mesh, they don't have any bone inside. Yeah, so once you apply the motion, the machine learning inside your character, you need to select your character with any rig, yeah, any rig inside. Then you can go to the ML deformer inside in Maya. So you can select anything, yeah, because when you do some the ML deformer, there is some step, yeah, there is like a wizard, wizard. So you can follow one by one, yeah, from the Maya. So you need to direct, let's say, hey, this is the mesh, the bond, yeah, which one, FK, IK, and then so on, yeah. You must follow that. After that, and then they can generate, yeah, automatically. But yeah, in my experience, when play around with the machine learning or ML deformer, it's a bit take longer. It's depend your machine. Yeah, sometimes yeah, if you on the lower specs, yeah, maybe consider it's more consume time than you have the higher spec. Yeah, that's why this how works the machine learning. Yeah, but I think it's a good result. Let's say you on a bunch of your character, so you need to apply only one, and then you can apply all the I think the rest of this your character. You only give the learning which movement you want to give some data to Maya. Yeah, I think this is some improvement when you see my screen right now. The improved shape training, this one. Yeah, let's say the learn surface anything. Yeah, and then customizable shape analytic memory allocations. Control until the model path improvement. Yeah, so this is some improvement. If you want to try the ML deformer, so you can go, I think, make sure your Maya is version is 2025. Yeah, so there is a machine learning deformer update and enhancements. Yeah, okay. Let's move on. What's new? I think this is the Bifrost one. The Bifrost one, there is a procedural geometry in Bifrost. Yeah, so we can see this is what the Bifrost, I think, if you I think from the previous, let's say you on the 2015, yeah, I think Bifrost is about the fluid system, but since 2019 up, yeah, 2019 above, yeah, there is a Bifrost change. Not only have the fluid simulations, Bifrost right now is a visual programming. Yeah, the visual programming itself. Let's say you want to create some custom geometry procedural. Yeah, let's say in this case you want to build some building, and then you can change any directions, the shape of the building, and then yeah, let's say you want to resize, and then you can expand. Yeah, anything. Yeah, let's say when you see right now here, this is the result. Yeah, I think you can build with the visual programming. Yeah, so you can find this Bifrost, yeah, like a tutorial. So you can go to the Autodesk channel in YouTube. There is a lot some of the let's say for the Bifrost things. Yeah, yeah, I think this is quite good if you have the geometry and the procedural, yeah, especially for the procedural. And one thing I think the good from the Bifrost right now, you can export to if you own the Houdini workflow. Yeah, so you can export. Yeah, I think it's quite good. Some improvement year by year when see the improvement from the Bifrost right now. Yeah, this is the Bifrost. Even though Bifrost also have the like the enclosed system. Yeah, right now. Yeah, in you there is a huge improvement from the Bifrost. But again, this is not easy. Yeah, this is not easy. You need to take times to learn about the node base. Yeah, not only the node base, but you need to understand the node, and then you can select, and then you can create some custom, yeah, something like that. Okay, so this is some improvement. yeah, from the Bifrost geometry to create the custom procedural modeling. Okay. So this is the good news since Maya 2026. Yeah. Now in Maya 2026, especially for the Autodesk Media Entertainment 2026. Now, if you heard before, and then maybe one of you already using for this pipeline, yeah, using Golang. Golang right now is a part of the Autodesk. Right now is when you have the Autodesk Media Entertainment collections. Right now, Golang is a part. Yeah, include. Yeah, yeah. You can you can try the Golem. Yeah, I think is talking about the crowd simulations. The crowd simulations, I think, yeah, most of the movie, the box of movie, yeah, let's say the Game of Thrones, and then I think let's say the games, anything, say anything, talking about the crowd simulations. Right now, they're using the Golem. Yeah, I think it's quite good. Golem is a part of the Autodesk right now. Yeah, so you can maybe the question is how to find out. Yeah, you can go to the Autodesk site, so you can try. Yeah, try the Golem. Yeah, Golem right now they can you can install. Let's say Maya. Yeah, you can install in Maya right now. Golem have the new versions. Yeah, versions 9. Yeah, I think this is coming in 2025. Yeah, I think a big change in Autodesk Maya Media Entertainment. Okay, and another one is the
They
Flow
say all great stories
Studio.
start with a sense of
Yeah, I
wonder.
think the Flow Studio is
And
Wonder
what if
Dynamic.
bringing
Yeah, I think most of you, if you heard about the Wonder Dynamic, I think previously the company is Wonder Dynamic. And then right now, acquisitions by the Autodesk, they changed to the Flow Studio. I think the Flow Studio, you can go to the website, so you
those
can
stories to
install for
life?
the trial. Yeah. So the Wonder Dynamic of Flow Studio also support from the DCC other DCC application. Yeah. Let's say you on the Blender, Blender can. Yes. So you can use the Flow Studio. So how it works, Flow Studio is the AI things. Yeah, let's say you capture, yeah, you capture your video and then you can combine it with your CG. Yeah. I think it's more faster right now. I think previously you need to camera tracking and then you can move to either you can move to the After Effects, you move to Flame, you move to let's say Nuke and so on. Yeah. And then right now you can do inside in the Flow Studio. Yeah.
Wasn't
Let's say
limited
this is
by our resources,
the
but
footage
only
you own,
by our
and
imagination.
then this is the
Welcome to Wonder Studio,
CG, so you
where
can drag
making movies with
automatically. They can
CGI
predict,
is as
they can
simple as
change,
selecting your actor
yeah,
and
point
assigning a
to your
character.
character, and then automatically
The
they
system
change.
uses
Yeah,
AI to track the actor's
yeah.
performance across cuts and automatically animates, lights, and composes the CG character.
So the question may be if I own the character, once I input inside in Flow Studio, is there any export? Yes, you can export. Yeah, there is export features. So you only, I think is quite is a good thing. You not only your own character, but I think you can import also for the camera. Yeah, the camera also. Yeah.
Directly into the scene. Whether it's one shot or a full sequence, Wonder Studio analyzes and captures everything from body motion.
Yeah, so I move on. I think you can find out in YouTube channel. Even you can directly go to the Flow Studio. This is a good improvement of this year from the Autodesk Media Entertainment. Okay, so how about the modeling side? What's new in modeling side? I think Maya and Max right now focus for the geometry works library, yeah, especially there is a feature like a smart extruder and then unify boolean, bevel, cutback, and so on. Yeah, let's say this example is give you some describe, yeah, how to fast when you create like organic modeling. Yeah, let's say you want to create some tree. Yeah, let's say in this case create some octopus. So all the things created by curve, yeah, and then once you convert everything, yeah, everything there, yeah, even you can see, yeah, see, yeah, how fast this is Boolean, yeah, you only Boolean, and then the volume Boolean, there is an options you can change, yeah, you can change, there is no options, you can direct to the volume, yeah, let's say you want to change, yeah, so automatically this is more faster, yeah, than you ever with, yeah, I think this is quite good, yeah, yeah, of course lah, yeah, you need to, I think at the end you need to like retopology, yeah, something like that, okay. So we move on to our topic, yeah, talking about, okay, before of that, yeah, there is a flow retopology, yeah, I think before in Maya, starting Maya 2020, 2021, yeah, there is the retopology, yeah, I think now flow retopology, all the retopology you can do inside in cloud, yeah, let's say sometimes when you do the retopology, it's consume, yeah, it's consume, yeah, it's consume your spec, yeah, that's why sometimes it's getting slower, yeah, getting slow, yeah, but right now all the process you can bring into the cloud, yeah, because the flow retopology I think is the some improvement from the Maya, I think starting Maya 2023, 2024, and 2025, especially 2025. So they move the features to the cloud, yeah, which mean if you have the mesh, yeah, with the highest, yeah, with the highest poly, yeah, so you want to retopology, yeah, so you only select and then you can, there is an options here, and then you can put, yeah, all the things they do inside in cloud, yeah, even though there is a log file, yeah, let's say, hey, I want to cancel, so I want to see the previous, so I want to see the progress, yeah, all the progress, yeah, in the cloud, so you can see, so you don't, you don't need to waiting so long, yeah, sometimes when you do retopology, you're waiting, hey, when it's done, yeah, so sometimes when in the middle of the process, yeah, fail, yeah, sometimes, yeah, so if it's happening, but in the new flow retopology, yeah, I think if give you some some features like, yeah, some features is more easy right now, yeah, all the process you can see inside in the flow, there is a log file, even though you can cancel, yeah, even though you want to change the options, yeah, anything, so you can set everything inside in the flow retopology, okay. This is some improvement, yeah, when I see the starting in 2025, 2024, okay. So we move to another, yeah, this is the basic one, yeah, this is the basic one. If you don't know about the constraint, if I think if you use before, yeah, I think this is I will short, yeah, I will show you short from the. So I think the question is what is constraint? Yeah, constraints is let you control. Yeah, let's say this object. So you then need to go to outliner and then group. So even though you don't need to parenting, yeah, even the since hierarchy or tree something. So you only need to constraint. Okay, talking about the constraints, there is a type of constraints. Yeah, so I don't to explain one by one. Yeah, so you can go to the Autodesk. Yeah, I think you can find out. Yeah, but the one by one is point constraint. Yeah, mostly point. Mostly constraint using in the rigging. Yeah, rigging process. Let's say you want to create the character, so you want to attach the controller. So yeah, yeah, you can use the constraints. Yeah, on your project, yeah, so this is the common types of the constraints. So this is why I use the constraints. This is the reason I think is more flexible than parenting, yeah, the grid of for props or character, limb, camera, rigs, yeah, anything, low blending between multiple target and non-destructive and editable, yeah. So today we will focus in two, yeah, because we I think related with this our project. Yeah, what is enclosed? Yeah, we are using the enclosed. Yeah, Maya feature simulation for the enclosed. Yeah, I think this reactor for the gravity wind. Yeah, mostly. Yeah, I think if you dealing with the cloud, yeah, from the, I think, yeah, cloud in the character is more complex. Yeah, yeah, that's why today we discuss with the more simple lah, not too complex. Yeah, yeah, that's why this is the our project. Yeah, this is the simple rig. Yeah, this is the crane. Yeah, we have 3 wheels. Yeah, so I already prepare for, this is the rope. Yeah, the rope will be applied. Yeah, like this one. So there is a, will be, we have a wheel here. 1, 2, 3 wheels. And then this is will be applied. Yeah, this is the wire, but will be applied as a end cloth. Yeah, in a wire. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, this project is the simple one. Yeah, how to working with the wire and then the constraint and also the cloth. Okay, so we move on to jump to the first what we need to set up. Okay, so this is the project. So I want to create some simple crane. Yeah, the simple crane will be hooked like the surface or box here. Yeah, box shelf here. So at the end of the project, we can try the the constraint and also the cloth. Yeah, and also we can see what's the problem coming when you set up the enclosed, because you need to see. Yeah, there is some couple things here. Yeah, not only the rope. Yeah, not only this rope. I mean, we can see the constraint from the rope here, and then with the hook. Yeah, that's why the hook positions. Yeah, this will be handle for the tires. Yeah, this one. Yeah, that's why we need to connecting each other. Yeah, each part. Yeah, from this box place to this hook, and then these hooks is will be joined to this rope. Yeah, that's why this is the our challenge. Yeah, this is for the challenge. Yeah, that's why if only, let's say, create some rope and then this is the like box, I think this is more easy. But again, yeah, this is the project. Yeah, when you see, we need to think about this rope. Yeah, will be applied as the enclosed, and then we need to think about the apply this constraint. Yeah, about this constraint. Sorry. Okay, so we started. Okay, the first you need to think about to create the controller. Yeah, we need to create the controller. Remember, we have 3 controllers. Yeah, we have 3 controllers. Yeah, let's say I draw. Yeah, as a give you some idea. So I want to create some this controller. This is the function, so I can move up and down, which means this is the wheel. Yeah, 3 wheels. So one controller here, I need to create some look at constraint, right? Which mean this is from the top, yeah. This is the top. Which mean this controller can attract this crane, everything. So I can move around here. Yeah, this is more easy. This will be follow this controller. So in this project, we have 3 controllers. One for base. Yeah, let's say this trolley. Yeah, this trolley, which means this trolley can this controller can handle move, yeah, up and, yeah, as the x sorry, yeah, this is the x-axis. Yeah, yeah, z-axis. Yeah, z-axis. Yeah, because this is when you see y, x, z-axis. Yeah, so we will create some 3 of this. Yeah, for the first time, this controller. So I rest first, so I continue first. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think this is I will move. Yeah, so I need to create from the wireframe because I need to snap. Yeah, this curve I need to snap center of this trolley. That's why yeah I just press V on my keyboard. Yeah, so yeah, that's why I need to, yeah, after I press the V on my keyboard, and then so I try to shape. Yeah, this is I press V. Yeah, I think this is the basic one. So I need to shape. I don't want to circle. Yeah, you go to control vertex, and then you can, yeah, you can shape your controller. Okay, I move here. I think it's, yeah, it's okay. This is trolley controller. Yeah, the first controller is will be constraint. Yeah, constraint to this base trolley. I call base trolley. Yeah, base. Yeah, base. Yeah, base trolley. Yeah. So this controller, I think I can say this is the main. Yeah, because this is the model of the crane. Yeah, yeah. So you can move as this yeah z, yeah, coordinate, yeah, x y z, yeah, z coordinate. So that's why this is will be you cannot move y axis, yeah, or x axis. Yeah, so this is will be follow in z axis. Yeah, that's why this is the first controller. Okay, so I move on. So okay, yeah, this is I move, and this is the basic one. Yeah, and then I try to copy to create the second controller on my screen. Okay, so I rotate. So I want to create the controller in this, how to call it, the latch. Yeah, the latch. Yeah, the latch, the button you can up and down the crane. Yeah, the latch. Yeah, that's why. So I rotate it, and then I resize for the creating the small. I think is move more forward. Yeah, I think. Okay, this is the latch, yeah, or the switch, yeah, maybe the switch, yeah, the switch. Okay, so I put yeah, I think near the switch is more easy. So yeah, so we need to shape because yeah, once we get to, I think already, if all set already done, I think it's more easy to play around with this controller. That's why I need to move a bit, yeah, a bit forward. Yeah, I move a bit forward. This is more easy to handle. Yeah, to handle this controller. Yeah, okay. Okay, this is two controller, and I think this is for the three. I think the last one. Okay, this is the last one. So right now there is a tree. Yeah, you can name it. Yeah, this is the middle one. This is the for the trolley base. This is for the rotation. Yeah, anything you can name in outliner. Yeah. So I move on. Okay, yeah, this is only name. Now we move on to moment. Yeah, I think the first we need to do some constraint. Yeah, at the base. Okay, I select it. How to select it? I think yeah easy lah. Yeah, you select the controller, and then you can direct which one you want to constrain. Let's say this trolley. Yeah, in this moment I apply as the point. Yeah, this is point only. Yeah, I move only the these directions. Yeah. Okay, to the point. Yeah, constraint. Don't forget to in animations. Where's the constraints? You can go. Okay, there is the maintain offsets. You need to select it, and then you can choose the constraint axis because by default there is the all. Yeah, that's why I want to move along in z axis. Yeah, that's why I try to uncheck for the constraint axis, then I check to the z axis. Yeah, okay, let me continue, then apply. Okay, so yeah, we try. Okay, good, everything good. Okay, we continue. Okay, so I try to what I'm trying to do. Yeah, this is the translate z. Z. Yeah, sometimes I don't want to, let's say after this, so I pass my project to the animator. Yeah, to the animator. Yeah, that's why sometimes can do some mistaken lah. Yeah, let's say when you want to z-axis translate and suddenly we do some mistaken. I think let's say they plan one with the y-axis. Yeah, let's say yeah something like that. That's why yeah this is when you select it, then yeah better you hide. Yeah, you hide all the unnecessary, uh, unnecessary functions. So only the translate Z and visibility. Yeah, I think this is more easy right now after you can pass to your collect animator. Okay. So this is the yeah. I think this is the okay. Yeah. So we need to group. Yeah. So okay, you want to create. Yeah. This is the look at. Yeah. Look at. Yeah. That's why we will be apply this as the aim. Yeah. The aim constraint. Yeah. So I try to create a group. Yeah. Because this some like handle like this one. Yeah. Inside in the one group, and then I try. Yeah. This is to. Yeah. This is the. Yeah. Maintain offsets. Yeah. And then we can select all the z-axis. Okay. Yeah. So I move. I think. Yeah. This is how to apply. Yeah. Constraint to the sum of this object. Yeah. Okay. Point constraint. Yeah. So we try to. Okay. Yeah. See, because this is the look at or the aim. Yeah. So this screen will be point of this uh, controller. Yeah. This controller. Okay. So I move. Yeah. I think we move to. Yeah. This one is the crane. The crane one. So I try to group. Why? Because I want to create, because yeah I want to create some uh, even the on the animations. This is not the parenting, yeah, not the parenting for the uh, pivot. Yeah, that's why I need to create the group inside in the crane of this controller. Okay. So next, yeah, what we need to do on next. Okay, yeah. So we already setting all this controller. Yeah, for next. Yeah. Now we create some related. Yeah. Let's say this switch went up. Yeah. The wheel will be rotated as the clockwise. Yeah. This is the figure out. Yeah. This switch will be moving. Yeah. Moving this wheel will be counterclockwise as the, let's say, in the yeah z-axis. Yeah, this is z-axis. This is the coordinate, right? This is the y. Yeah, y. This is z. That's why we need to move along the z-axis with the counterclockwise. Okay, so how to do? Yeah, the question how to do the between we create the animation. Yeah, the simple animations. Okay, so I move on. How to do create related between this switch to the wheel. Okay, so at the moment, yeah, we think which functions, because I don't want to create some keyframe. Yeah, a lot of keyframe here at the bottom here. So that's why this is the simple. Yeah, that's why we don't need to put anything key here. We in this case, so I need to put some this called set driven key. Yeah, so this, yeah, that's why this is more easy to create a simple one animation, so you don't put a lot of keyframe. Yeah, so I choose, yeah, the tree of wheels and then load driven. Yeah, load driven. Once you get the which one you want to set, yeah, let's say once I this switch I go up. yeah, and then let's say, yeah, I pick the one of this wheel. I try to move along the rotate z axis. Yeah, when you see this is the attribute. Yeah, when you see at the right of the left or the left on my panel. Yeah, that's why rotate. Okay, and then, yeah, and then we need to select, and then we key. Yeah, the first we need to set key by 0. Yeah, okay. Okay, move y. Okay, we need to direct put the move y, and then select the rotate z. Yeah, remember we want to rotate this wheel in the z axis. Yeah, z axis. Once you get key on your scene right now, there is put a blue. Yeah, a blue color inside. Yeah, in the attribute of rotate z. Yeah. Okay. So okay, this is applied to another the same. Yeah. So I move. Yeah. This is applied to the same. uh yeah, this is the, yeah, we apply to the three of these wheels. Yeah, that's why we need to, let's say, this switch, yeah, position. Yeah, when you see this switch positions, it will be up. Yeah, y axis. Yeah, later we will create some limitations. Yeah, because it will be happen. Yeah, sometimes it will be happen when we move this one. I think it's over. Yeah, it's over. Yeah, it's over. Yeah, that's why we need to put some limitation later. Yeah, I think up is already done, but the next will be set up the conditions if the switch go down. So what happened? Yeah, that's why we need to see the figure out. Yeah, the figure out which part of rotations we need to move. Okay, okay. Remember all the positions: transit Y, rotation C. Yeah, still on the positions. Okay, but the change is the switch. Now the switch is go down. Yeah, yeah. Remember we already create the conditions when the switch is go up. Yeah, see, when we do go up, yeah, automatically, because we already set the key before. Okay, right now we put on, on the lower positions. Yeah, to get these positions. Yeah, in the lower. Yeah, okay. Let's say we put inside in this yeah, 0. Okay, okay, yeah, I think this is, yeah, this is only you put the positions. So when you see the animations, yeah, sometimes you need to uh you know, you need to arrange uh like slow in, slow out, slow in, slow out. Yeah, yeah. So you can go to grab editor, because I want to see the positions when the switch go down. Yeah, automatically in the reel there is the hook. Yeah, to the rope. Automatically the weight. Yeah, the weight is more heavy, right? I think it's the rotation from the wheel is getting slower. Yeah, once the switch, yeah, move to these up positions, I think the wheel is getting faster, right? Because there is a weight. Yeah, let's say in the last of this my video, so I try to put some box, yeah, to see the simulations how it works. Okay, so how to change, or how to arrange, or how to manage. Yeah, I think easy. You can go to the graph editor inside in animations. And then when you see this is the graph, yeah, I think previously this is like pulse, you need to linear. Yeah, yeah, that's why, yeah, when I move down is a bit slower, and then when I move up, this is more faster. Yeah, that's something like that. Yeah, that's the condition we setting all. Okay. Again, yeah, even though when you see my screen right now, this is the positions of these most motions. So I need to, I think this decrease change the value. Yeah, I think previously is 100 1000. So I think right now I change to 750. Yeah, okay. Okay. Okay, see now the animations running. Yeah, okay. Yeah, properly. Now the next, what should we do? Because we need to put some limitations. Yeah, sometimes it happen when we move automatically, the objects is over. Yeah, I think something, yeah, something happened, yeah, to me also. Yeah, when we move, yeah, wait, the objects is over. Yeah, yeah, that's why we need to, for safety, we need to put some limitations. Okay. So how to limitations is easy. You can go to the uh, attribute. Yeah, I think is, I think need to faster. Okay, this is only to, yeah, this is the way, because this is the, I think previously we don't do some link, yeah, from this controller to the switch. Yeah, that's why, yeah, so we trying to, we only put some the point constraint, yeah, point constraint on this object. Okay, so I move this case. I think the wheel is already done right now. Okay, now we test to the constraint. Okay, okay, this one. Okay, I think the next will be setting for the limit. Yeah, so we go to the channel, and then we where to change the limitation, to put this limitations. Yeah, you can go to the connector, and then you can limit. There is the translate and rotation. In this case, we need to limit the translate. Yeah, the coordinate translate. Remember, yeah, we do some move along in the y-axis. Yeah, that's why we need to see the conditions. Yeah, the last, yeah, the last of these positions. Yeah, I think this is the maximum, because when you see at the attribute editor, yeah, the position is the 1.45. Yes, and then we can see the lower, yeah, the lower from the limit, yeah, from the y-axis. Yeah, that's why you only check, and then, yeah, don't forget to click that button here to activate. Yeah, because the trans limit y in the minus 2.32. Yeah, okay, so this is more safety right now. Yeah, once you move up, yeah, this switch is not over. Yeah, okay. So this is the second what we do. Yeah, what we do in this simple project. So we move on to the next. Okay, next. Okay, I think this one already done. Okay, next we'll be dealing to with the enclosed. Yeah. Now once we apply the enclosed, I think the crane I need to hide. Yeah. Yeah, I need to hide. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, so I move. Okay, only 5 minutes. Sorry, it to take long. Okay, so I try to group. Okay, so I move to proper. So this one I want to this one this is the wire. Yeah, that's why the rope is the wire. That's why I create this the low the lower, yeah, the low poly object will be applied with the wrap, yeah, wrap deformations. Why I try to using the wrap deformations? Because I want to create some the positions. Yeah, let's say this one. This is what the wrap. This is like, let's say this is the high poly, right? The high poly, and then this is the low poly, right? because this is the wire already created with the high poly. So I don't want to edit anything here with the high poly. That's why I need to apply the wrap option, which means once I apply the wrap options in the low poly, the high poly, this shape or these objects will be follow. Yeah, that's why I'm using the wrap options. Yeah, this is more easy for the next. Yeah, okay. Let me continue because the time. Okay, yeah. Let me continue. Okay, so I move and then yeah, so I try the max distance from the distance. Yeah, I think you can see the value. So I don't want to more detail here. Yeah, so this is you can play around. You can put number and then you can feel which one the number you want to choose before. Okay, okay, sorry yeah. See when we try to this yeah, this is the wrap deformations. Yeah, this is the high poly will be follow. Yeah, that's the function of the wrap deformations. Okay, so we move on. Right now we focus on this. Yeah, remember this side. Yeah, this side is a bit tricky. Yeah, this because these ones will be create a joint constraint here, and then there is a fork cable. Yeah, why this is you need to consider this. Sometimes when the first time I put here and then I don't consider something happen. Let's say when we play the interactive here, when we play, and then suddenly all the things will be broken here and here, broken. Yeah, that's why we need to consider yeah how to join this yeah with this wire. Yeah, because this will be this is apply as the enclosed and also this is enclosed. Yeah, that's why we need to consider about these four item. Okay, so I continue. Okay, so I move on. Yeah, again this is in inside this high poly, so I put the low poly. Yeah, yeah, this one I need to arrange. Yeah, because the volume the number when you apply these uh wrap deformations. Yeah, that's why we need to consider which the numbers is will be more like a real. Yeah, that's why, but this is only the examples. And also things about this one, this is also yeah, remember the more complex, yeah, the more complex you assign yeah with the enclosed, you need to consider that what I said before. Yeah, why? Because once you wrong, yeah, I think the number anything, I think in the real something happen, sometimes this will be broken. Yeah, I think miss everything. Okay. Okay, the first we're talking about this the we assign the enclosed. Yeah, so we move on. Okay, we move to the enclosed, and again, okay, so this is the part, yeah, the part of a bit tricky. Yeah, this is a part of a bit tricky, I said. Yeah, why? Yeah, because sometimes we need to, yeah, let's say this one, the wheel I create the low poly is bigger. Yeah, why? Because next I will apply this wheel as the passive collider. Yeah, so the shape, yeah, we need to shape all the ropes. Okay, I move here. Okay, so I use the transform constraints to put the helper here. Yeah, so this is will be easy for me to create a point. Yeah, that's why I just only put the target. Yeah, target constraints. Yeah, more easy than you do manually. Okay, so I move here. So I move. Okay, for the next, yeah, this is a part we need to very patient. Yeah, this is the simple one. This is the simple one, but you need to patient. Yeah, too patience. Why? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This is make collide. Yeah. Remember. So I I apply these wheels, three of wheels, as the passive colliders. Yeah, as a passive colliders, this is indicate like a small icon yellow. Okay, yeah. So I move. Now how to apply? Yeah, remember once you get these positions, yeah, let's say, yeah, this position, so I will shape this rope like this position around the wheel because it will be hooked to this controller. Yeah, once you get these positions, don't mess up to rewind back, or you can play around with this one. Yeah, once you click playback, everything like you undo. Yeah, getting by default. Yeah, this is happening also with me. Yeah, the first time, hey, where's my rope? Yeah, change back to get back to the default. Okay, so I move. See, this is tricky. Yeah, you need to zoom, you scroll up, yeah, to see, yeah, more precisions the rope, the more precisions to attach to lay, yeah, to lay down, yeah, yeah, in the middle, yeah, the center, yeah, the center, yeah, will be the center of this wheel. Yeah, that's why you need to patience. Yeah, you need to patience. Yeah, okay. So after, yeah, so after you do these positions, and then the next you need to set, yeah, to tell Maya this is the default positions. Yeah, but again, don't push this button. Yeah, don't push the back button. Yeah, because it will be set to the default positions. Yeah, okay. So I move another. Okay, I think this one. Okay, this. Sorry, this one. Okay, I move. Okay, yeah. Okay, I think. Okay, yeah. Okay, this move. So you need to set the initial set. Moment, yeah. I think I mess up. I think at the behind. Yeah, this is you need to hook. Yeah, the hook to constraint. Yeah, I think in the previous one. Okay. So after these positions, the next is will be setting the constraints. Yeah, so I move. Okay. Okay, again, this is setting the constraint. So this is give you some idea. Yeah, this is give you some idea when you deal with the let's say you create the hook. Yeah, you want to hook with the enclosed. Yeah, I think, yeah, this is normally lah. Yeah, after you apply the passive collider, after you apply the physics lah, say the physics, yeah, I think this is will be dropped because the gravity, right? So this is to, let's say you want to connect, yeah, you can go to the constraint and component to component, but this is something happen, yeah, the object is stay because all the things is like a link, yeah, now is linkage, but this is not our goal. Yeah, this is not our goal because, yeah, this is tough. Let's say, see, okay, you need to play. Yeah, you cannot play from here. Yeah, but you need to go to the constraint and then play. Okay, yeah. Okay, okay. This is, yeah. So this is the collisions inside the rigid, because once you get the enclosed, there is a rigid option here. You can prone like a dump DAMP. Yeah, this is the velocity. Yeah, let's say when you set the number 0, the velocity is very sometimes a bit messy. Yeah, getting messy. They bounce everywhere. Okay, so this is you can go to the, yeah, this is the you can play, you can set, yeah, to get more the rigid, but this is not our goal, remember. Yeah, so this is the set this. Yeah, try to component. Yeah, so we try to play around again. We go to the yeah, and then interactive playback. Okay, okay, we try. Okay, this is what we think, but remember, yeah, if you create like a crane, you have the object at the top, this one. The object is will be moving. Yeah, this is not steady. Yeah, we want to, yeah, a bit steady lah, yeah, a bit steady, not too steady, because we need like a real, yeah, a real crane, you know, we create a real crane. That's why is we need to, yeah, a bit steady. See, yeah, this is quite good. So we only change the max distance and so on. Okay. And another, we have another, you see, this is describe the surface. Yeah, this is the four, this is the stable. Yeah, this is very stable. Yeah, the first object, this is the very stable. Why? Because once you move everything here, this is steady, not too bouncy, too bouncy. But in the real life, I think this is like a fake, you know. Yeah, supposed to be there is a wind, there is a gravity, yeah, to call to impact, yeah, with your object. Yeah. Okay. Okay, we move on to the next. Yeah, I think this is the part yeah, a bit tricky. Yeah, again, you put some constraint here, and then again, you need to consider about the surface. Yeah, remember the previous one video. Okay, the strange everything. Yeah, and then we need to trial and error. Yeah, sometimes they broken. Yeah, the first you try, of course, it will be broken because you need to see the adjust the number. Yeah, the number of this constraint like dam velocity. Yeah, and the thickness. Yeah, and so on. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thing we move. Yeah. Nah, this is the, I think this is the, we try, yeah, we try. After we apply the constraints, the enclosed, we setting everything, and then at the last we need to play around. Okay, yeah, we need to test. Okay, everything good, we need to test. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay, so I move. So I try to play. Yeah, the first time when you move, yeah, carefully, because when you too strong, yeah, pull too strong, sometimes, yeah, this will be shaking. Yeah, yeah, of course lah, you want to rotate, this is will be shaking, a part of this simulations. Yeah, so I try to put some object and let's see. Yeah, we will see, is this the stable, yeah, or not. Yeah, that's why we put the box, and then the box we apply as the passive collider or enclosed. Yeah, so we try to, okay, yeah, we move. Okay, again, yeah, some options like a safe collide, so we don't want to, after we play, the box bouncing itself. Yeah, that's why we need to uncheck the safe collide. Yeah, that's the key. This is the frictions. Yeah, the question is how to define. Yeah, you need to play try and error. Yeah, that's something you need to do some your own simulations. Yeah, that's why. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So we try to move and let's see. Yeah. Okay. Okay. It's quite good. Yeah. It's quite good. All the things. The box is not dropped, still in the positions, and then we try to move, yeah, faster, and then we try. Okay, this is nice. Okay. Okay, we try to move, slide. Yeah, we slide, yeah, to another positions, so we see the impact. Okay, yes, this is good. Yeah, this is how to create some or the integrations. Yeah, enclosed and these constraints. Yeah. Okay. So I put, this is some uh, barrier. Yeah, some object. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is, yeah, this is quite good. Okay. Everything okay. Okay. Yeah, this is the our final project. Yeah, everything is good. Okay. So I think this is the end of our presentations. So I checks. Yeah, if you have any questions, let me check. Okay, so moment. Is there any questions?